What's up, guys? I'm Anthony Totri, joined as always by Shawn DePaz, Shane Diefenbach. We're here because we've got some exciting stuff to go over. Kenny Dillingham obviously being named the next Arizona State football coach, and we heard from him for the first time as a member of Sun Devil Nation. We've got a couple clips that we want to go over, but before we get to that, Shawn, just your initial reaction to what you heard and saw from Kenny today.
Oh, man, it feels like a new day. It feels like we're emerging from a war and there's like a new president and it's just like, we will move this country forward. And I just feel like I'm ready to go to war for this guy. Okay. Like it is. We talked a lot about it when Aguano was named interim, kind of the passion he had. And this is just that to like the nth degree. I feel like I'm just watching some of the clips from the presser gave me chills. It's especially after last night with the hockey thing. Like it is a great time to be a Sun Devil. I just am happy to be here.
The being there the whole time and hearing just feeling the energy that he had when he literally walked in the room.
Yeah.
It was great. And we talked about this last night, but just the perfect thing to happen after losing the Territorial Cup. It's such a palate cleanser, Mr. Kenny Dillingham. It's amazing.
Yeah, the passion was second to none. So let's get into some of the clips, starting with his first remarks as an Arizona State football coach.
I'm home. But first thing I want to say is I want to thank Dr. Crow, Ray Anderson, Gene Boyd, Marcus Williams. I mean, this is literally home. Home.
Yes, sir. There's no emotion in football. His wife's been at it all morning, so he had to catch up.
So I say that because this place is special. The state is special. The people in this room are special. I got guys in my wedding right there.
There you go. Woosah.
Sorry. Pretty emotional, right? It's just who I am. The one thing you're going to get from me, okay? I am who I am. I am who I am. I'm going to be the same person every single day I show up to work. I'm going to be fired up to be here, fired up to be a Sun Devil. And this place, what this place needs to be successful, it's already been successful. We've seen it. The leadership from top to bottom is in line. That's why I'm here right now. The leadership from top to bottom is in line. We need this entire valley to come together. You want to win at the highest level. You want to maximize this place. We need everybody in this room. Positive things. Positive things. We need everybody in this room to get involved. If you don't know how to get involved, how do you get involved? This is one of the biggest metropolitan areas in the country. It's growing at a rapid rate. We need the valley behind us. We need the state behind us. We need butts in seats. We need everything that this valley has all in, because I am.
It's obviously, I mean, just the raw emotion coming from him. But what really stuck out to me is those last 30 seconds of the positivity thing that we kind of hammered time and time again. He sees that, and he knows that as an ASU alum and being here as an offensive assistant. Like, he knows how down this fan base can get, and just making it a point within the first 3 minutes of addressing the school. I saw a great tweet from Ralph Hampson that said he's not recruiting players, he's recruiting students.
Yeah,
it's so true. He knows what this program needs and what the school needs to move forward, and for students and alumni and fans alike to buy in again.
Yeah, we've talked about like building the culture, and like you said, in the first 3 minutes, that's exactly, I think, him kind of laying out the plan for how that gets done. And it starts with not only the players, like you mentioned, Shane, but it starts with the city, the state of Arizona to just really back this program in a way they haven't done in some time.
Yeah, I'm not one for like gatekeeping fandom and stuff like that, but if like this doesn't get you fired up and make you want to support this program, like you're not a Sun Devil fan. Like I just don't. This is a man who clearly cares about this program as much as anybody on the planet. And it is just great to have that passion at the helm of everything,
And
like something that we missed so desperately with the last coaching regime.
And if you were questioning what we were saying last night, that this was not a stepping stone for Kenny Dillingham, he made sure of that in this press conference by saying, "This is truly my dream." He can't believe that this is real.
Yeah, that was literally his last statement before he took questions was, "This is my dream job." And now he's got it. And if everything goes according to plan, he should be the guy for a significant amount
As long
of
as
time.
he wants to be the guy.
Yeah, as long as they succeed, Kenny Dillingham will definitely be at the helm. I think the biggest question going in today in terms of the rest of the coaching staff was all eyes were on Shawn Aguano, right? Is he going to stay? Is he going to leave? I think he kind of surprised a lot of people when he was at the introductory press conference before anything had even started, before Kenny had even walked in. So I think that was definitely a good sign. But I don't think anybody at that press conference today would have expected Kenny Dillingham to reveal that Shawn Aguano was going to be retained the way he did.
Could you ask me if we're retaining Shawn Aguano?
Are you retaining Shawn
Yes,
Aguano?
we are retaining Shawn Aguano. So that's step one. Shawn's done an absolutely remarkable job here. As a person, everybody in this valley respects him. Anybody who's ever met him respects him. And I couldn't be happier. You know, one of the first people I saw when I got here was Coach Aguano, and he brings a joy to you when you see him in the room. And there's not many people who can do that.
He's such a little rat in the best way possible. Like that was such an amazing setup. I mean, it's great. Like we had talked about what his first
dream.
step is. Yeah, like literally what his first step is, and literally his first move was we are retaining Shawn Aguano. Like it's literally all you could ask for. We talked about how this pleases kind of both parties in the ASU fandom, like people that want Aguano, people that want Kenny. They're both here. Like this is everything that you could, literally everything you could ask for in a coaching hire, considering the position that ASU is in, and all of that. This is the best possible situation, and I just fucking turned up.
Yeah, this is 100%, I think, and Shane, you can comment on it, but I think this is, like Shawn said, this is your perfect scenario. We talked about it last night without really knowing, if Shawn was going to be retained, and here he is. You've got your guy in Kenny Dillingham, and you've got who figures to be the number two in Shawn Aguano. I don't think it could have gotten any better.
No, he was. No one asked him about it. He had to make sure he got it out. He couldn't hold it in any longer. He's so excited to work with the guy. And Shawn seems just ecstatic about this. I mean,
I am.
Got a chance to talk to him afterwards, and he's all smiles. And yeah, it's.
You missed what I was saying?
No, I heard it.
Oh, okay.
I made that joke like twice last night already. So
I didn't. What'd you say?
Well, he said Shawn is ecstatic about it, and I said I am, and then he said, and then we talked to him, and I was like, oh.
I'm sorry, I was fully into what you were saying. I didn't hear the little birdie in the back of my ear. But on top of Aguano, there was a lot of discussion about the transfer portal and just about the team in general, which, again, I didn't really expect to hear 24 hours after this man just took part in coaching a rivalry game, Oregon and Oregon State. But he was all about what this team is going to look like and really just how intense they're going to be, not only when it comes to the transfer portal, but when it comes to the field as well.
There's two choices. You can lie to a kid or you can be honest with the kid. I'm going to choose to be honest with the kid, right? And I firmly believe if you're honest, if you're genuine, you're going to reap what you sow. And at the end of the day, right, good things are going to come to you. So how do you do that? How do you build a roster? You be honest with people. You show them your true colors, show them who you are, and then you show them that this is going to be an offensive system built for playmakers that's explosive. Right? We've shown that from multiple places, multiple schools, that this is a system for playmakers. And if you want to score points, if you want to get the football, if you want to go up and down the field, if you want to be your play on Sports Center, right? This is a great place for you, right? On the defensive side of the ball, we're going to attack. We're going to attack. If you like sacks, if you like TFLs and you're a defensive player, if you like playing man-to-man coverage to put on tape for NFL teams that you can play man-to-man coverage, right? You're going to want to come here. Because that's what we're going to do. Everything about this program is going to be attacking. And how do you recruit to that? Put the film on.
He said, if you don't want to be a part of Donnie Henderson's defense,
Yeah, come to Arizona State.
Arizona State. That's pretty much what he said.
Bro, that's literally what I was hearing. It's like, okay, so Donnie's gone. No more Donnie. No
We
more
didn't
Donnie.
attack. We didn't do any of what you just said,
No
but we're going to do
more
it.
Donnie.
Man-to-man defense, attacking.
Boy,
attacking.
howdy.
TFLs.
It's going to be exciting. We are going to get a defense, which I think him talking so much about the defense was interesting to me, being that this guy is your offensive-minded coach. Like, that's what he's here for, is to run the offense. But he mentioned explosiveness on the defense before he brought up anything in terms of the offense. Guys, obviously there was a lot to digest in terms of this press conference. We talked about his passion, Aguano, and then kind of the message to the players as well. Is there any final thoughts that you have on Kenny Dillingham's introductory press conference?
I mean, he's saying all the right things. Obviously, like, this is a moment to be happy and excited for, I guess, just the program, but he's going to have to produce. Like, I think a lot of ASU fans, I think the three of us are not really in a position where we're like, we're going to accept mediocrity anymore. And he could say all this stuff, but he has to go perform. So it's exciting. Like, just the kind of the potential, what this can mean for the program. Like, you start getting a little dramatic and fantasy. I don't know. There was a word I was looking for that I lost. But like, I start thinking of Kenny Dillingham's name being like Kenny Dillingham Field, like him being the greatest ASU coach of all time, like all of this stuff. But it's
got a long way to go.
I say that to say that doesn't happen if you don't start.
Yeah.
Don't start on the right foot. You don't do these small things right, which he seems like he is on that path. So it's just like I said, it's an exciting time to be a fan of this program. I just hope it works out.
Yeah, he's 32 years old, and he made sure the fans knew that he is very in tune with what the landscape of college football is, what he's going to do with NIL, how these players react. What really stuck with me is how he was talking about the transfer portal. He used the word attacking there, but he also used the word attacking when talking about the transfer portal. They're going to have to. He's going to have to meet all of the guys and win them over, but what he said about the transfer portal is a good thing because players should be able to make their decision. But he also said players won't make the decision to leave if you're honest with them all the time.
Yeah.
And players get stuck when they realize a coach isn't honest with them.
Yeah.
And he's going to be an honest guy and run the shit out of the ship.
Yeah.
I'm so fired up for it.
It's super exciting. Obviously, the first Kenny Dillingham coached ASU football game is still a ways away. But Dillingham definitely went 1-0 today. And that's how you got to start off a new program and a new coaching hire. Keep up with the PHNX Sun Devils podcast for all of your Arizona State news. You can give us a follow at PHNX_Sun Devils on Twitter. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef, and you can follow Shawn DePaz at Shawn_DePaz.
Ready to go to war for Kenny as always.
And we will see you guys tonight following the ASU basketball game against Alcorn State for a post-game show. But for now, peace.